Right, so we're going to start doing extensions. So the first thing to do is to do a hot cross bun. We're going to be using a comb. I call it a drawing comb because it does really good lines, and it's really important that you get good lines. Drawing on one of these training heads is really difficult though to get good lines. When you work on a real head, it's a lot easier. So the first step is to go up the top and just behind the ears to get your line. You don't change any of the parting up the top here, and then you use one of these clips, and then you do the other side. So we're just going to turn the dog's head around and do the other side just behind the ear. And you put one of these clips. Always use this clip, the other clips slide out. So this is the best one. And now we're going to just do the back. So you've got two behind the ear, and now you're going to do in the middle. So I'm just going to turn that around so I can see. It's really important that you stand in front where you're working, otherwise you won't be able to achieve what you're trying to achieve. So once you've done that in the middle, you put one of these clips in as well. So this is to start off. Now with microtapes and any other application, that's how you start off. Now you always work at the back, so the next step now is to put your first line of microtapes in. So what you do is you measure from there to there, and it's the top there where you start to draw the line. If the person has thin hair, you would go up further. If the person has thick hair, you would stay like that. So basically you draw a line of where to start. Now we always do what we call V's. The reason why we do V's, we don't go straight across, we do a V like that. It's so that when we get up to the top, you won't be able to see the extensions, and they get hidden a lot better. So this time, use one of these, and this is really important that you put that in, because otherwise you're going to get fly hairs come down. And then what you need to do is just twist the hair around like so, and then use one of these big clips like this. And then you need to do the other side. Measure again. And again, you put one of these clips in so you don't get flyaway hairs. And then twist, twist, twist. This doll's got long hair, so it's very hard to hold it up. Keeps falling down because it's such a lot of hair there. So basically that's your first line, and it's slightly going up, and that's where you start. Now we're just going to have a talk about where to put your lines. Once you've done that line, you'll do your next line. So if you have a look where the ear is, you would do 2 or 3 lines usually about 2 to above the ear. So the next one would come down like that. And then once you go above the ear, you come to the front. So if you come to the front, so you do 2 lines there, and you come to the front. And when you do your line at the front, it's straight across. It's not in a V at all. The thing to remember in the front is to do straight lines, and also to make sure there's enough hair underneath to put the hair up. So you do start quite high up, basically. And what you would do is twist again, put the clips in. You always start 2 fingers, and that's where you would put the micro tape in there, all the way. And I would do 2 or 3 lines up the top there. If you feel the bone here, that's where you're not supposed to go up the top. So your top line would be just where that top bone is there. You're not supposed to put anything up the top there. If you feel on your own head, you'd feel the bone there. Because if you start putting it up the top there, it's quite dangerous. And you shouldn't be putting anything up the top above that bone there. So I would do 2 or 3 lines. And with micro tapes, they're a lot thicker than normal bonds. So you only need 4 lines to take you up the top. Okay, so you can have hair in between. If the girl's got thick hair, you wouldn't put all the hair in. You'd do 4 lines up to the top, basically. If the person's got thin hair, you could usually just do 3 lines at the back. You could do 1 line there, 2, 3, and that should be suffice really. Okay. So that's the end of how to section. The next one we'll be looking at how to put them in, and also how to take them out.